Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, thank you for stopping by. Today, we have got to talk about something that, I don't know, we thought was kind of funny, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it, because if you're the NRA and you can't get Donald Trump Jr. to be your president, you're doing something wrong. This is going to be one you guys might like. Let us know what you think in the comments field below. And, of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And, hey, Tim,
yes.
I hear NRA's got an opening.
Yes, they do. Yeah, it's been vacated by the corrupt man in chief, and apparently they're looking for new leadership. And you know what's funny is Don Jr. shows up to the NRA conventions, as many of us
all
do.
The time.
We've been there to protest them and just go look at pretty guns.
We're going to do it in 2 weeks.
We're going to do it in 2 weeks, right? But I wouldn't accept that position. I mean, they've pretty much destroyed themselves. And there was a time when I was all about trying to fix the NRA. When the last person tried it, well, I guess the person before the last person to try it, and that was Pete Brownell. Then it fell to Oliver North, and he immediately vacated the position and tried to out and air their dirty laundry. And then that kind of signaled the beginning of the end for old Wayne LaPierre and his $40,000 suits, private jets, and trips to Russia to hang out with Putin and all the crazy stuff he was doing. So I guess Don doesn't want to be associated with that legacy. And can you blame him?
I mean, I really can't. But this is a multifold conversation. First of all, how bad does your brand have to be in a conservative circle if you can't even find a leader? I mean, you've got 5 million members originally, whittled down to what is it, 2.5 to 3 now?
Yeah,
something like that. It's a big reduction.
They've lost millions by the admission of other board members. They've lost millions of members.
And that's not small, dude. I mean, like if you look at that on our channel, could you imagine having a subscriber growth count over a 4 or 5 year period, and you get to 5 million subs and you lose half of them?
Yeah. And keep in mind, folks, a good chunk of those are people that are life members. And try as you might, you can't give up your life membership. They're going to count you forever. Even after you're dead and dust 30 years ago, they're still going to count you as a member.
Coming in, though.
There's no more revenue coming in. Because all these life members, many of them have I'm done with the NRA. Every time they call me asking for money, I say nope. And I tell them I hate Wayne. I hate what they've done. And I support this group and this group and this group. So their numbers are lower than what they're telling you, because they will continue to count those life members forever. I know people that want to just give up their membership. They bought a 3-year membership. They don't want anything to do with it, and they will not take them off the membership list. So we're going to continue to see these numbers going down. So.
Oh, absolutely. But I just think it's really telling. In fact, look at this. This is number 16, Doc. A key member of the National Rifle Association, an ally of former President Donald Trump, is pitching Donald Trump Jr. to take over the former NRA Executive Vice President Wayne LaPierre. However, a source close to Trump told Secrets this morning it's not something he has any interest in doing. I mean, for a politician or a private sector person, dude, usually you do not slam doors. A little inside baseball, usually you're not just going to come out and say, I have zero interest in doing that, never talk to me again.
Right.
Usually you say, at this time, I don't think it's the best thing for my family or for the brand alignment, or at this time in my career, I'd like to focus on this, but I'm going to keep that door open. Usually that's the way they talk.
Right. I have no interest.
Not this time.
Go away.
Not at all. So anyway, what we're going to have for lunch?
Yeah.
It's just, wow.
Thanks, guys. No, not interested. Anyway. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's so true. But I think this is a testament to just how bad the NRA screwed up. Now, we do want to thank March for Our Lives and Davey Hogg for bringing the NRA down. Oh, wait, that wasn't them. They just like to take credit for it. It was us. Yeah. I mean, the 2A community, we have been railing against NRA, and it really ramped up when they came out after the Vegas tragedy and basically just said, yep, bump stocks are machine guns, and we fully support their regulation. And then they just recently, this was another news item, they just finally got rid of the dead weight of Marion Hammer. And she's another one that was a key lobbyist, according to Giffords or whoever reported on it. Yeah, a key lobbyist. She's the one that came out and said, the NRA never wanted you to have machine guns. That's why we didn't do anything after the 1986 ban on them, even though we promised we would. We never intended you to have them. We wanted them taken away. And this is why people are leaving the NRA, folks. It has nothing to do with March for Our Lives and Davey Hogg and all that other stuff. It has everything to do with Wayne LaPierre being a corrupt goon and them doing stuff like this. They have been working behind the scenes and giving a nod, wink, silently to gun control initiatives because that's how they keep their money coming in. So when a leftist goes out there and says, we're going to propose an assault weapons ban, NRA is going to make sure that in backroom deals, yeah, you can go ahead and bring that to the floor for a vote because we can capitalize off that. We can raise money.
And then when it fails because it's unconstitutional, then we get to claim victory.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Then we oppose Heller all the way to the Supreme Court. And then when it goes to the Supreme Court, hey, we're in on it. Oh, and then when it wins, we take credit. That's your NRA hard at work for you, folks.
They did the same thing with the pistol brace, where they tried to jump onto the pistol brace ruling at the very end after the injunctions had already been dealt.
Yeah, the judge goes,
GOA and FPC totally won.
Yeah, they try to jump in on their lawsuits and the judge goes, no, go file your own lawsuit. You're a day late and $1 short. We already have injunctions for the other two.
Right. Right, but they did actually file their own, and they did win like 12 months later.
Yeah.
No kidding.
NRA leading from behind like they have my entire life.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But Tim, though, hold on. Davey Hogg, Giffords, John Feinblatt, all the lefties, the who's who of gun control, they told us that support for gun rights is now completely gone because the NRA is dead.
Yeah.
You didn't know, Tim?
Yeah, the NRA is gone. And
no one cares about their gun rights anymore because the NRA is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
People are leaving in droves. I mean, people just don't care anymore. Yeah. It doesn't matter that they're all showing up at FPC, GOA, SAF's
they're
doorstep.
Just moving, you numbnuts.
I know. I mean, news articles are breaking that they just completely ignore where GOA outspent NRA in D.C. last year. You don't hear the anti-gunners talking about that. There's a video out there.
A little bit. No, they have been a little bit.
Or are they starting to finally ramp it up? Because I know a few years ago,
starting to notice.
There was a clip that GOA put together of all the different gun grabbers in Congress saying, you think the NRA is bad, you should see what these GOA people do, But that's because there are no compromise gun rights groups out there. And then there's the NRA. So take your pick. Choose wisely.
I love how that's a separate thing. There's no compromise, and then there's the NRA.
Right.
But you know what the NRA won't have is Donald Trump Jr.
Nope.
Just won't have it.
Nope.
Not going to be happening. Yeah.
Maybe they can get crafty with AI and then say, look at our president. Hey, fellow gun owners. Yeah.
Hello, my fellow bros. Well, this is number 18. Listen,
we're pro-gun, but...
Just to wrap this story, I'm pro-gun, but I want to take them all. Quote, for years now, people close to the NRA have reached out to Don about taking a senior role in the organization. Here comes the corporate marketing speak. While Don is appreciative that people would think of him for such a role, it's not something he has any interest in doing, and he has made that clear repeatedly to anyone who has broached the subject with him. His only interest over the next year is doing everything in his power to help ensure that his father is the next president of the United States. The source told secrets. I absolutely love the way he's like, stop asking me.
Yeah, I've told you repeatedly, I'm not interested. Yeah, because he has political aspirations, and joining the NRA would be a death sentence to any political aspirations going forward. They are the pariahs of the gun community right now, and it's all self-inflicted. So, who would want anything to do with
the only way they get back, dude? The only way they get back is they do a complete gutting of the upper
and they're
echelons, but they won't because all those people have jobs, and that's their money. So I mean, you're gonna have to let that entire generation of board members die off and get them replaced slowly through attrition over a 20-30 year period of different.
But that's
types
the end of the NRA,
owners.
Right? If they don't do something quick,
I agree,
and purge all the problems and start anew and come out strong with a strong pro 2A stance and no compromise stance, which they're not going to do. That's the exact opposite of what these people have been doing for decades. Unless they do that, NRA's dead. The longer this drags out, the longer they go leaderless, the longer nobody really even knows who's leading the group right now. I mean, I know they mentioned it in this article, but most people, if you ask the average NRA person, who's your leader right now? They couldn't tell you. They probably couldn't name a single board member. They don't know. And so the organization is going to die if they don't make radical changes immediately and then broadcast that from every tower. And they're not.
I completely agree.
So
I completely agree. Well, that's what I had for you on the happenings of the 2A day.
Yeah, it's always fun to end on the note of the NRA and what complete screw-ups they've been. But you know what, folks? Keep supporting gun rights groups that actually fight for your rights. And there's many of them out there, GOA, FPC, SAF, and that's just to name a few. There's also great state-level organizations. Please look into them because we're fighting the battles federally, and now, because the gun grabbers are moving to the state level, we're fighting them in the states. So please not just only support the federal gun rights groups, but look into supporting very active, fighting local groups to your state. Thank you for watching Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.